Can't you send someone any sooner? The clock is ticking and I need this resolved ASAP.
I'm sorry, but we don't have any adventurers available at this instant. Your timing is most optimal. Allow me to introduce Yuning, manager of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. She has commissioned the guild to...
Traveler? Ugh, Yunjin is always talking about you. Please, you've gotta help us find her. Yep, she's gone and disappeared. Now of all times, just days away from the big performance. All she left was a short note. If our audience doesn't get to see Yunjin on stage, they'll start tearing the place down. I mean, what am I supposed to do, huh?
That's what I said too, but...
Look, when you're a megastar like Yunjin, you gotta start taking things a little more seriously. Saying she'll be back doesn't give me a whole lot of reassurance when she's showing no regard for her own safety. Why does she have to go and practice somewhere so dangerous? What if something happens to her? What am I going to tell the audience? Well then, what if she gets into a scrape and hurts herself? If she gets so much as a scratch, it'll be a loss to the whole nation.
As you can see, this is what we're up against. Would you be willing to accept this commission?
Oh, wonderful. Ugh, thank the stars. Please, you've got to bring her back, safe and sound.
Let the show begin. Hi. Ready, steady, go! I'll race you there! Let it rain! That's cheating! Huh. it's you. I do apologize. I didn't see you there. What brings you all the way up here? Oddly enough, I was just thinking of scheduling a meeting with you later. I didn't expect to run into you here, of all places. Ah, I see. So Yunning sent you. I did tell her not to worry. Oh, but on this occasion, it seems I'm rather lucky you came. You've helped me avert a major catastrophe. It's a pity, though. I was so close to achieving the state of mind that Shenhe was talking about. Do you remember what Shenhe said about the divine damsel fighting against the evil monster? That in reality, she hadn't acted as courageously as the operatic rendition would have you believe. That it was simply a matter of life and death, and she chose self-preservation. Granted, she later admitted that she preferred the version of events given in the opera, with its portrayal of a divine heroine sacrificing herself for others. But after giving it a lot of consideration, I think that this character is defined by her emotional complexity, and even uncertainty. So the more emotions I can experience for myself, the wider range I will have to draw on in my performance. If access to a different state of mind can help me provide a fresh interpretation of the character and her actions, well, surely it will take my acting skills to the next level. That's why I came here. My plan was to take it slowly, start by just dipping my toe in, as it were. But once I started, I just got completely drawn in. I feel like I was so close to a breakthrough here. Considering the rewards that I could reap from this experience, the risk is negligible. Still, if I choose to continue, this is unlikely to be the last time I'd need your help. I suppose I had better return to Liyue Harbor for now. I'll only end up putting you in an awkward position otherwise. Goodness knows how you'd explain this to Yunning. I wonder whether I have gained anything useful from this trip. I suppose only time will tell.
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking away.
Please have faith in her. Ah, they've returned.
Yunning, we're back.
Yunjin, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion? I'm glad you agree. Right, then let's get preparing.
Hey, Traveler, get over here. You've only just managed to bring Yunjin back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea? The next show is just days away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe, I'm begging you, help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's gotta fall in line. Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible, but at least try and keep her distracted. Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to...
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying, Come on, help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me? You want to become an actor?
You do? Oh, yes, of course she does. She was just telling me that she's interested in exploring her dramatic side and, would like you to give her some coaching. Right, good. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Traveler, your master awaits.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Oh, please. This is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now she's here, ready and willing.
Okay, I get it. You can stop now. Whew. I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders that do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now, I'll just teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another, there's no need to call me master. What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned? Let's work on that later. Until we settle on an appropriate title, just call me by my name. Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea at Feiyun Slope. I'll do my best to prepare a good first lesson for you.
Whew, what a relief.
Good. You're right on time. Punctuality is an essential quality if you want to make it big in the acting world. Without it, you won't be able to keep on top of all the work you need to do each day. Well, first I'd like you to answer me one question. How many pigeons flew from the bridge when you were passing through? Close. It was 7. Anyway, the point of this question was to test your powers of observation. Eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion. You must train your eyes to be bright, active, and strong. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness. Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here. I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice. All in good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process. Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theories to help you better understand the concept of performance. Of course, I am in written correspondence with performers from many nations in Teyvat, which has rather broadened my perspective on this topic. For example, let's start with something simple. How would you perform yourself? Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. What can you see? What did you feel? Now, I want you to look out at the ocean in front of you and recall the raging waves and the atmosphere of peril from that day. Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in. Good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time. Good, yes. Use that. Okay, good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out. all at once. Go. Stop. Wrong. This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul. Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the scene justice at all. I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day. Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as vividly as you can. Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular scene for yourself, but maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices. You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions you felt at the time, I suppose we could try again. A little farther afield, at Guyun Stone Forest. Oh? Too far away? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyun Stone Forest, we'd still have trouble recreating the state of the sea that day. Let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor. If you've got no objections, let's head off. The battle you fought on the Jade Chamber was a very strange set of circumstances, even for someone like you. It's quite normal that you can't get into character just like that. I know it's hard to recreate every facet of the experience in your mind, but what you could try is to replace the foes you faced in that scenario with ones you are much more familiar with. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're performing a scene where your character experiences the grief and pain of a death, but you yourself have never experienced this kind of tragic loss before. Well, you can replace death with another, more familiar scenario that evokes a similar sense of grief and pain for you, such as... you bust a gut trying to find a treasure chest, only to finally reach it and find it filled with cabbages and radishes. Ah, now you're catching on. Action scenes work the same way. Perhaps the experience of facing an ancient god is a challenge to recreate. But if you're replaying the kind of actions you perform every day, you just need to let go, and your subconscious will guide you through. Come, show me how you normally fight. You can start with monsters nearby. They're coming. Just do what